Welcome back, everyone, for another episode of Planet Nomads. Once again, it is raining. It just constantly rains here. So, and then it stops again, of course. Or no, well, the wind has stopped, so the rain's about to let up. I have expanded a bit more on the base. Mainly the solar panels on the different sides. So I have that. I also have a deuterium generator just to help, because even with all these solar panels, it was not enough to power some of the upgrades I've made to the landing platform. You see, even right now, just that small single stack, I have a long time for it. And that will just give me kind of the basic framework for later. What I've also done is I've expanded. I added, because I figure with the landing, I still need some kind of general idea of how to align things. So we have two large beacons, which are off right now. I also have a light underneath. I thought that might be enough to help me line it up by seeing it through the glass bottom of the toad, but it really didn't help that much. You know, by the time you get to that point, you're already pretty much lined up anyway. So I have all of that on this switch, so it's not constantly draining power, and I only need it on when I am traveling with the toad. And that's what we're going to do today. I've loaded up pretty much all my building supplies out of that into the toad, ready to go. We're going to do some building and site setup today for some new production sites, because everything I've got is far away now from the base. So I need, I need Xehanite, I need the cobalt, all that. So I want to go and just find a few spots that we can use for that purpose today. So the closer I can stay to the base area, the better. So we're going to check, and I feel like I may have already checked. Yep, there's that spot. We do have what appears to hopefully be, I would say, cobalt. Maybe silver type thing. Let's get landed down. Not on top of it. Of course, I need to be able to build on top of it. And I don't need anything going, draining power unnecessarily. Let's take a look. I think, I want to say this is the one I found earlier. I was like, hey, look, yep, cobalt, aluminum, silver, perfect. Since setting it back to unlimited resources, it does limit so you don't get everything out of them. That was a nice advantage, I will admit, to having the unlimited resources aspect. But I don't want to have stuff that just drains that quickly. It drains way too fast in the game, honestly, for it to be something that is legitimately useful. And I did not bring, I bet, what I need for that. Oh, maybe I do still have it. I need 8 quantum electronics for the remote mining rig. I did add a couple of new designs I have not tried out yet. I'm hoping to add something like this just so I can massively expand my food production at one point. And I'm still going to be doing a lot of some of my own custom designs a little bit later. But right now, it's back to, I still need supplies. And I need trophies, too. So, you know, hey. Hi, guys. I gathered it up too fast for you. Oh, wrong key. Ah. That's, yeah, my gun. Right, you just follow me. So I don't have to worry about looting you in front of your family. Let's see. Hi, as a headshot. Too bad that body parts don't have like a damage altering effect. You know, you shoot them in the head, it doesn't seem to do any difference than just shooting them in the torso. Of course, these, yeah, 2 shots in the butt, that one's dead. Or, 2 shots in the butt, then a body shot is dead. Alright, let's place this down. And I think, I mean, that's kind of, it's a widespread setup, but this is the part that's been unearthed the most. So we'll start building it there. And that just means if I like to keep this design, I can just place a couple more down and then build some kind of conveyor system that feeds into a single storage. For now, I just want them to, be harvesting and then work on the, how I come in and easily collect the supplies on the next time I come around. This way I have at least production going, and then I can experiment with it later. And I'm going to need another 8 of those for the next setup. Let me make sure there's nothing else that I am missing. Okay, composite parts Mark II. That's easy enough. Do that as well. Oh, well, you know, I don't have enough for that. That's one of the things I have been a little low on. And I don't have enough in carbon either. And I just noticed this a moment ago. That is a very odd looking arrangement. Like, this is supposed to be land here, and it's not. Oh, it's some carbon. There we go. Problem solved. Just break the weird looking rocks. We're gonna start with you guys. Of course, save right as I start shooting them. You know, not going to cause me any possible risk of dying as a result. I did load up on a lot of batteries and is it the weapon charge packs, whatever, you know, the tool packs, the weapon packs, all of that is done. I did a big build out production run of those. Well, I have plenty, and we're gonna get a bunch more meat. I don't even need that much meat right now. And oh, can I still gather? Oh, that one lets me gather. Not the big one here that should be fruiting. I guess they've been over here eating up all the fruit, and that's why I can't get anything from it. Well, we're going to gather from your nest, and because I'm probably going to try and find a spot over here to build, I don't want you harassing me. Let's take out... Oh, wait, I gotta gather from it first. Just ignore me over here. I'm just breaking your nest. There we go. Oh, now you're mad. I thought you were trying to warn me already. Oh, come on. How'd that hit? Perfect. Right next to the area I landed on. Big thing of uranium, titanium. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely more focused on uranium, titanium. Actually, you know what? Big gold is a little bit more of a critical thing now. There we go. All right. And I should have, hopefully, all my production done on the other stuff. So maybe I could go ahead and get this built right away. All right, it's done. And I just realized I did not change the information on the other one. And oh, look at that. That was weird. It said 20% on everything at the beginning, and then it dropped down. We're going to take the iron, carbon, silicon out. Actually, we're going to take all of those out because I really just want those. That's weird that it did like a different number set at the beginning. I guess I never actually looked at it close enough since the full release to see it act funny like that. I mean, I could have this producing everything, you know, from this one site. My other site does not do this. I do not get every different resource. I just get certain ones. And you see, I have no Xehanort, so it's like, I guess whenever I find the Xehanort now, maybe it will be set up to provide every single one, like all the lower tier resources too. And let me make sure. Yeah, so this is going to be F. I forgot to do that on the other beacon, so I'll have to do that when I swing back by, because I know I'm going to be gathering a bunch of supplies on the way back from all these being set up. That way I can come back and, oh yeah, at least I do have some cobalt and aluminum, silver, stuff like that ready to go. All right, now I feel like this is a promising location because I am on a very sandy, slopey beach, and typically these are where I've found a good amount of Xehanort in the past, along with a potential mix of uranium, gold, titanium, and there we go, there's that. So, you know, if I decide to, and I find some uranium like I've done in the past, I could make this into a completely self-sustaining big operation. Of course, really in the end, I don't think I'm going to be using that much Xehanort. I've filled up an entire, you know, portable storage container before and never even ran out of it once I got to a certain point in my production setup. So yeah, this is just going to be a nice little spot, and we've got them you know, not super aggressive. They'll get aggressive if I get too close to the, you know, to their nest, but beyond that, I don't have to worry about them just seeking me out. And I've got a moment for my quantum electronics because I am not that far. You can see less than a kilometer away from the last spot. So there's the base. So that's going to be E, F, G. Yeah, go across. So if I really wanted to do the whole super long conveyor chain thing again, technically I could have all of this built in one long chain that just feeds back to the base, but I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm back with a big load of supplies, and now we get our first real proper test of the docking mechanism as I approach at a bit of a high speed because of the Who drive. Let's turn the Who drive off. Always acts weird when I get out of the seat in this. Like, it drops me down and I kind of wedge into the glass rather than standing on top of the glass. So we're going to rotate around. I have a good amount of supplies. I mean, it was full mining rigs of cobalt and, you know, aluminum, silver, all of that. Completely full on those mining rigs. Almost full on the uranium, titanium, gold. So I should have a decent amount of supplies for right now. And it makes me remember that there's something I've been asking for in this game that really, really needs to be in the game. And that is a hopper. Now, I don't mean hopping mechanism, like having the toad jump around. I mean a hopper like if you played Minecraft, you know, where you can tie it into a certain container or something like that, and it will pull the contents out into the, you know, a production chain. And doing something like that would be really useful in this case where you could go to something and have a big storage container there, and just when you land, it starts pulling all the resources out and putting them into another container. And that actually is the best it's ever been. I've never had it be that flush to it. That is the best this has ever landed. And I think it looks like it's got the light. It should have the light. Let's see if we... Yep, we've got the light. So all of my production inside, all of my materials are now available to anything else in the chain, which means this could be sitting here making tons of supplies. I'm not going to do that because I'm going to want the supplies here so I can go out and build more locations. But that does mean I have a lot of supplies. So let's go ahead and get... let's see, that's 80. We'll do, you know, we'll do multiples of 8 just for the fact of the mining rig setups. And while that's going, I'm going to make a bunch of these. We'll do like 200 because that does take a good bit of biomass. And I don't want to burn through all my biomass just on this one production line. But you can see how much I have. Not there, but in that one, I always have to jump to get to it. It filled up with some of the uranium I had there. So I do have plenty of uranium and such. So the polycrystal chassis, I need some more of. Let's see, we'll add that to, yeah, Xenite and crystal. We're gonna do a bunch of that too. So let's just say 50? Hahaha. Yeah, not enough crystal for that. How much can I do? Crystal is definitely going to be hard to come by. I can do 20 of those. That's fine. We'll do 20 of those. I've already done the cross feed, so I just really need another 20. That's going to be power for the teleports and such. And then we'll just do... I don't know, what, 100? Yeah, I've got enough for 100, so we'll do 100 of them. I'll just let this run for a little bit. So I just came here and noticed that it's saying the surrounding area is totally harvested, even though I did set it to unlimited mining again. So something has broken again in the game, because I did set it to unlimited mining. It was reset on everything, and now that worries me. Maybe that's why the other locations were showing everything being listed as opposed to just certain things. So it looks like my unlimited mining has gone away for some reason now, and that is very irritating. So that is a bit worrisome for me. The fact that I set it up, I followed everything, it worked temporarily, and now suddenly the unlimited mining has been turned back off in my game save, despite it was working. And that is probably why, like I said, it shows everything now in all of the different mining sites, where instead of it being just Zeonite, it was showing Zeonite and everything below that. And now I have a site over here that is limited mining again. You know, I can understand the idea of it being to be more realistic, but it actually is a bit unrealistic in the volume that you get from each site. It also is very detrimental to base-oriented gameplay, because if you build a base, you have to focus on transferring materials from other locations and then transferring them from those containers into your own storage or doing things like that. And unless you're using the movable storage containers, it really doesn't work, which is why I say we need a hopper mechanism in the game as well if they're going to keep focus on that sort of thing. But now I'm going to have to work on getting my unlimited mining set back up, hopefully permanently this time, figure out what went wrong, hopefully, and let some production get going again, because otherwise my whole setup is once again not going to work very well. And I'm going to then, as more materials start building, expand out on my base platforms and probably go ahead and try to get another storage container tower ready. Maybe a third one, get them linked in so I have the conveyor chain going right, and then be ready to start doing the whole massive production facility over to the side. But that is going to be it for this episode. Maybe a little shorter after editing because of running into that mining problem. But that is it for this episode. So if you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.